Continuing on with the slot fills and the new free battles from DLC 14. This time we have a request by Red Universe Mickey Mouse. Let's go over his deck really quick before he gets started. Figure EX79, Rose Goku Black. Defense up second 2. FHP Cure FHP 50L with everything duped in attack. That I agree with. Figure number 535. Frieza Final Form, everything duped into attack. Attack up second 2, defense up second 2, and FHP Cure, FHP 50L, I agree with that as well. EX24, Super Saiyan Gogeta, contender for one of the best 01 units in the entire game. Everything duped into attack. STA up 01, attack up 01, and speed up 01. Oddly enough, everything duped into attack. Me personally, I would just put everything into speed. He's more than good enough to annihilate anything. Just look at his trigger square, it's ridiculous. Next we have Figure 179, who is a mainstay and a staple when it comes to up second decks. Vados, everything duped in HP. Attack up second 2, defense up second 2, and FHP Cure FHP 50L. I run one like that myself in my main deck. And I run a very similar setup to this Toa here, number 350. Everything duped in attack. Ultimate gauge on every turn, defense of second 2, and FHP Cure FHP 50L. One thing I'm going to note about this Rose Goku Black figure before he gets started, I don't think he's a terrible figure, but I don't like that to get him going, you have to get him hit. So you're dependent on how your opponent plays against you. That coupled with the fact that I just personally think that there are better options, such as the original Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He's still a really good figure though, and he will put in work, plus if you do need to get faster at some point with an up second deck, he's very good for that. There is no one to go on the back middle trigger square, but that's okay. The deck does everything you need it to and then some. Not a bad setup by any means. So starting with the new 6-star free battles, we got Vegeta here from GT. Let's get right into it. Now based just on looking at the deck, I think I get the gist of what you want to do as far as its strategy. It's looking like you primarily want to put Rose Goku Black out with Vados and Frieza for most of the fight. This is just me personally too. I don't see the need to put up second 2 skills on a figure that you're probably only going to use once or twice for that whole free battle. I think you get better mileage in general if you just put defense up second on there. That's just me, though. Because with your Colosseum, most battles, if not just about all of them, they're usually over in about, I would say, unless you get really lucky and your opponent just is neglecting their master. You can technically do it within the first turn, let's be real here, but I don't see most matches going past 5 turns at the most. Because, we still have to take into account that Blue Evolution Vegeta figure can very easily one-shot your master if you're not careful. Quite the defensive setup, really. It's good that you got Vados and Frieza in there. Rose Goku Black, again, he can do well, but the thing is you have to get him built up and have him get hit a bunch of times. I'm just not really a fan of that. I prefer Super Saiyan 4 Goku for all that damage mitigation and self-buffing he does. To not just himself and his damage and debuff the enemy team, but even, like, to your ultimate attack, doesn't matter who uses the ultimate attack. They're going to benefit from his boosts on that, which is nuts. I've already seen the Gamma 2 trailer, by the way. I'm not too impressed with it, not gonna lie. I'm also seeing that we're going to be getting his outfit. I haven't seen the movie still. I'm really put off, personally, by the animation style. If anyone who's seen it down below has, well, seen it, did you enjoy it? And should I just give it a watch anyway? I probably will at some point, but not now. I'm also seeing a bunch of rumors that the anime is returning next year. I'll believe it when I see it, quite frankly, because we don't know if they're just going to do a web series or something, because we also have to keep in mind that, are they really going to do that with the main actress behind Bulma, who passed away, unfortunately? Like, I know that they probably replaced her for, like, a movie or two, but to replace her completely in, like, a continuation of the anime, I don't know, it's hard to see them doing that for me. We'll see how much damage Rose does here, now that he's been buffed a couple times. Not terrible. I think he is a good figure, I wish his trigger square was a little bit better. I don't know what to say he's like one of the top tier figures, but even so, he's got great HP, all things considered, and great defense. And the fact that you can build up his attack and speed, he's fairly decent all around. You can run him on just about any team for the most part, and he'll likely do well. It's just there are better defensive options and better offensive options. You know, why don't we go ahead and obliterate them with Gogeta? Because I like seeing that, frankly. If I seem kind of out of it, by the way, it's because I'm a bit tired. Getting ready to sleep here very soon for work. I think even if you put everything into his speed, he still would have done like 15k, which is, again, more than enough for an O1 unit. My thing is, if I'm using an O1 figure, I like to make sure I outspeed my opponent. Next up, we have Ice Shenron. It's so nice to finally see that he and Nova got figures of their own. It took, what, almost close to 6 years? Well, to be fair, Hero Colosseum only came out in, like, maybe the 3rd year. I have to go back and look. I'm still enjoying Hero Colosseum quite a bit. I wish they would update it more often. It's not a mobile game, though. So that is unfortunately the thing. I could definitely see it do very well as a mobile game, though. I'm surprised they haven't done something akin to this, you know, like that yet. If I remember correctly, Raven Gaming made his own mobile game that I think did get discontinued. Looked interesting. I forgot what the currency was called. You pretty much talk to the character in game's mom to like get an endless source of money to keep summoning units and whatnot. I wonder if he still even plays that game. Can't seem to recall the name of it either. I did want to give it a shot. Just me, by the way, or in that stance, like as a figure, Rosé Goku Black kind of looks like he has karate chop action. I don't know, it just looks like a karate chop action figure to me doing that. I want to see Ice's stats really quick. If memory serves correctly, both he and Nova became Rs. I don't see them getting many new figures like down the line, but couldn't hurt to see them at least get into SR eventually. They were really powerful GT villains. Surprised they only made them Rs. Unfortunately, I killed him, so I cannot check the stats. Oh well. Okay, Vegeta, don't defend your master. I doubt I'll do enough damage to kill the master here. Love the look of Big Bang Attack, for the record. I did think about using that on my characters, like when the game first came out, because I did get a lot of really good use out of it in Xenoverse 1, but there are just much better options now. Bending Kamehameha is still really good. Does a lot more damage than you might think. And then there's the obvious king, the Vanishing Ball. That thing is so ridiculous. It's essentially the new Perfect Shot. But better and faster. Next up, we get another fight with Caulifla. Nothing too fancy here. She's running a Universe 6 deck. Let's get Rosé Goku Black out here again. And Final Form Frieza, along with Vados. I'm surprised Cabba's not in that deck, honestly. It's better for her deck, though, to be using Chamba. He's just gonna do a lot more than Cabba. I need to start messing with that Tool Unleashed thingy recently. Haven't really had the time to as of recent. A lot of work, and we're kind of getting slammed once more, which sort of sucks. Otherwise, I would have been recording and having this out a lot sooner. I just kind of needed a break. It's bound to be all kinds of fun tomorrow. Happy Monday. I should say technically today. Really not looking forward to it. And this is what I'm talking about right here. So, I can't get any buffs to Rose because no one's hitting him. Don't really like that. At the same time, at least, I am getting a hit or two and I'm the master. I'm surprised Frieza one-shot Champa. Didn't expect him to do that much. Going on Frieza, I guess. What is it with Vados encounter? She seems to give me the most out of any of my units. I almost always get counterattacks with her. She's ridiculous. Why don't we put Rosé over here now? Okay, it's gonna do some decent damage to my master, but shouldn't be too much. I've never seen Frost hit any kind of high number in this mode. He would need a crap ton of buffs. He's more so about speed than anything. I still need to test out some of the new figures, like UI Sign. I heard UI Sign didn't turn out very good. I still really want to test out this, though. I wouldn't mind testing out the new Vegeta either. Like I said, lots of counterattacks with Vados. I don't understand that. I'm not complaining though. I'll gladly take those. You know, just so I can actually use her once and say nope to all the damage that I just received, I'm gonna go ahead and use Tella here. I should have taken the 210, but oh well. I don't know what they were thinking when they made Toa. She's so ridiculous. She flips this entire game's mode on its head. And just completely, like, nullifies any damage you might have received. Especially if you're running a defensive setup. I'd say she's like God tier. Just look at this, it's ridiculous. Just nope. Nope to all that damage. I even debuffed hit while I was at it. And why not? One on a 3-column setup. I'll take the outspeed this time. Alright, let's go ahead and do one more. Next up we have Mira. Getting really close to being done with the slot fills. Only got 2 spots left. I'm surprised that the series has gone on as long as it has. You know, I thought I would have gotten it done a lot sooner. Probably would have if I didn't get all those PC issues. Which, admittedly, most of was actually my fault, because I turned a setting or 2 off, and then I turned it back on, and it was completely fine. Yes, Bardock, don't do any damage and buff my attack and speed. Thank you. This Frieza is so freaking good, man. Easily one of my favorite figures in the game. Not bad considering the defense that Bardock provides. That was actually decent. And now he's going to get even more ridiculous. Oh, he's about to get really buff now. And really quick, much to this setup detriment. That's another thing I'm going to knock off points for. When it comes to using Real City Goku Black in a defensive setup, you kind of want to go second. It gets progressively harder to do so when you keep increasing your speed by such a high amount each turn, provided you get hit. Frieza is so freaking good. I mean, I know it's a 6-star free battle, but still. He outputs decent numbers across the board anytime I see him go for his attack turn. I guessed right there with Goku Black. Very lucky on my part. Unfortunately, he was going to be hitting Frieza, but shouldn't hit too hard. Because I do believe that is the first few we got. The first few are few. And then Dimps and Bandai were like, here, have another. That's ridiculous. Almost 10k turn free. That's really good. Christ, man. These free battles didn't stand a chance against this deck. Not even close. Alright, well that's pretty much going to clear it up for this slot fill. Final thoughts on it. This is really not a bad unit. I think you would do better though with the first Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm trying to think of other defensive options that go in the back middle. It doesn't even necessarily have to be in the back middle. You could use other things like Ranger 17. He's a really good one. Only problem is he only has one spot, and that is the back middle. Other options, I think a lot of people don't give that second Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta enough credit. It's either the second or the third one. He's doing his final flash pose. I'm gonna go find him real quick. There we go, these ones. I feel like not enough people are using him, because he's really decent. Only crappy thing is, he only goes in the front. But even then, still very solid. That's pretty much going to cover it for today's slot fill by Red Universe Mickey Mouse. Thank you once again for your slot fill. I'll catch you guys in the next one with another one, and I think next time, I'm going to upload a playthrough that I did previously in Shredder's Revenge, because I do plan on uploading every single solo arcade gnarly run without dying, because, I mean, I spent all that time bashing my head against the brick wall doing that. I'm uploading them. Sorry, it's just gonna happen. But expect another Hero Colosseum video within that same week. Till then, take care, be safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Peace.